Ani bonjour everyone. We're taking a look at the KICC Garden and I have some really special treats to show you today. First of all, we're going to start on the back end tonight. And we can see the bug-eaten leaves. These were the weeds that we didn't pull from the back end because it means, as it worked, they are not on the tomatoes. And they are not on the gourds, which are flourishing. I'm going to have to step back here so you can really get a view. They are climbing these trellises so fast. I would say they're growing about a foot a day. And we have so many vines. We're starting now to get flowers, blossoms. And let me see if I can find one. Here we go. We have baby bottle gourds. And there are quite a few. And they're just sprouting everywhere. There's another one. There, it's focused. This is what they look like when they start. And they're early enough this year that they should have plenty of time to grow to full grown, which means we're going to have supplies at the end of this season, which will be way cool. Now we're down into the peppers, who are happier because they're now getting more light with the trellises in place. And let's take a peek. We have quite a few baby peppers in here. That's one plant, and then we move over and there's some more way back in there. And if we go far enough back, there's even a little tiny one. And we still even have blossoms. Come on, it won't focus. The white blossom there, that's pepper. So those are going strong. And our lettuce, which I have decided to let go to seed because we can't possibly eat enough of it. And I will then collect the seeds for next year because it was actually very good. And then we have one squash plant in here. This is our Martin gourd squash. Excuse me if the camera jiggles a little. I'm battling with the bugs. It's getting to be late enough in the day that they're starting to come out. It's small but mighty. It's starting to climb. So as it works its way up, we will definitely get Martin gourds this year, Martin house gourds. And then we have our jungle of watermelon. And it really truly is turning into a jungle. They are going everywhere. I planted 3 seeds. All of this from 3 seeds. And the first 2 are actually about a third of the way there. And the first one is here. That is about the size of a softball. And since these are baby super sweet, these will get about a little bit bigger than a soccer ball. And then here's another one up in here. And the vines are just full of blossoms. The vines themselves are still growing. And we have all the different stages of baby watermelons everywhere. You can see here just the 2 different ones in size. So we are going to be harvesting watermelon all the way through the fall, which is quite awesome. There's another one. We're pretty sure this one got caught in the trellis and beat up a little bit during one of the storms. But it looks viable and we're going to continue to let it grow. Alright, then we have the dill that started to come up, which the watermelons are starting to invade that too. But now I'm going to walk us around the other side because what I want to show you that is so cool has to do with our watermelons and those marigolds that I planted. We talked a lot about companion planting over the last 2 years and how many different companions there are for our plants and the purposes behind it. And one of them is to help keep the insects, the problem insects, secluded and away from our food plants. And this year I was blessed to be able to show you our endless amount of traffic out front, but we have that exact process right here in the flesh in our garden. You can see These beetles are so close. They're right next to the watermelon and they're not bothering it. Not at all. They are all on the marigolds only. They're not on the lettuce. They're not on the carrots. They are not bothering any of our food plants. They're not even on the gourds. They are all on those marigolds. So this is a companion plant. And this beautiful birch tree is why we needed it. Because this poor thing is so infested with these Japanese beetles, I am really worried we're going to lose her. This is the 4th year in a row, I think. And we just cannot seem to get rid of these things. We can't get them under control. It's why we moved our swimming pool. And I was concerned about the garden, but those marigolds are doing exactly what they were designed to do. What they were planted to do. And also notice that in spite of the bugs, they're not killing the plants. These plants are actually designed to withstand this. They grow fast enough that with this size of an infestation, they're actually able to hold their own. So that's a bonus. We should have flowers soon. Then we have carrots that are still growing and not there yet. We're not seeing any crowns on even the biggest ones. So there is a possibility that this soil is too dense and all we will get are the greens this year with some little orange roots. We're prepared for that. The spinach, we have decided it's time to let it go ahead and go to seed so that we can harvest the seeds and build up our seed bank, our seed library, so that we can share with others. Because the flavor on this spinach was just phenomenal. It was sweet and not bitter. Yeah, this was some really good spinach. So I'm excited to get seeds. The other carrots, and again, they're still not crowning, so we're going to be changing up where we put things next year if we're still here, and adding some sand and more soil to this for the carrots next year. Oh, I found one Japanese beetle on our peas. I will have to come back and pluck that off. So we have one, which means we also need to plant more marigolds next year. But we've got lots and lots of peas. We've been harvesting those for 2 weeks now, and they are still blossoming, so still producing. And here we need to come out tomorrow with a basket and collect some more. Hubby's been harvesting all week for me. He brings in, about a handful or 2 a day. Which between him and Bobby, that's enough to keep them going. And, I see a few more beetles. And a firefly hiding from the bats. So the beetles will have to go. But it's enough for our needs and enough to freeze to help keep us going over the winter without having to buy all of this produce. And it's not like these are little peas. They are really growing nice. And then we have the cucumbers. I'm calling this my cucumber jungle. It kind of resembles the gourd jungle from last year. Got a little bit of a dip in the middle because I planted them in specific places at the edges of the trellis and they have just branched from those. The gourds I had planted throughout the center as well. But these are still blossoming everywhere. And they are producing. We have one cucumber here that will get harvested in a couple of days. And we have a couple more in there too, about the same size. And these are just thriving. So we have a few babies on here that I spotted earlier. They were so cute. Let's see if we can find one. Now I'm starting to find more beetles because I'm looking for them. But surprisingly, they're not actually doing any damage from what I can see. Not enough to concern me. We need more marigolds. And then by the end of the season, we will also have some really nice vines for tools or instruments, and hubby's tomato jungle. You can see how far that's hanging out over the side of the garden along with my cucumbers. So we will be looking to contain these somehow tomorrow when the smoke lets up. But lots and lots and lots of tomatoes. So another week or two and we'll be starting to make some tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce. Oh, there's the other big one. That'll also get picked probably a couple of days. So this can be done, and it does not have to be slave labor to do it. I mean, look at this here. This little cucumber plant was forgotten. It sprouted late and ended up just getting set into the bed because I haven't had time to put it in the ground. And it already has flowers, blossoms on it. You know, they kind of said it best during Jurassic Park, the first movie. Life will find a way. And that is really true. All we really have to do is nurture it. And this is what my ancestors knew and passed on down to me and the rest of my people. And all of our indigenous cultures, no matter where around the world, they all carried this same kind of knowledge, experience, and confidence that they could do this. They could take care of themselves. So let's talk about a little bit of history before I go run inside away from all these bugs. Let's talk about the reason behind the genocide of our indigenous peoples. This is it. This is exactly it. And last year, when they tried to get rid of my garden, look at what they tried to eliminate. We're going to be having a watermelon party this year. How many people are we going to be able to feed? We've been able to offer food to elders and other family members. So we're feeding not just ourselves here. And on top of it, look at how beautiful this is. The privacy that we get, not from the bed itself, but the beautiful plants up above. All of these wonders every day. Do you know what this does for stress? It just melts it away. And yes, I know not everybody has a big yard where they can afford to do something like this. But put a pot in your window. Put a pot on your step. This is sweetgrass. And it's been transplanted twice in 2 years, which it doesn't like. And still yet, it's thriving. This started from a couple of little baby plants that one of my tribe's elders offered to me last year. Shelly, shout out to you. Thank you for these. Chimigwech. They are really starting to flourish, and I am ready for more. I will give you a call soon. But look at what somebody can accomplish if they really try. That little tiny bit of effort, taking care of yourself. Well, if you take care of yourself, guess what? You don't need all the other crap that these people are trying to sell you. That means you don't need money. So you're slaving away every day, killing yourself, working, so that you can try to survive, and it's still not working. You're hungry. Plant a seed. Water it. Watch it grow. And then eat as it gives back. Most of the plants in this garden were planted by seed. All of these cucumbers were started by seed this year. And we even started late. We're going to eat. In spite of what's happening in our grocery stores, we're still going to have healthy food, enough that even if it's not our favorite food and we don't have everything that we want to go with it, it's enough that we would not starve. There is enough for us here to fill our freezer, to dehydrate, to can, to get us through the winter until all of this craziness hopefully subsides. Think about something like this above your front door. A little piece of trellis, that ladder wire, was it 10 feet for under $5? That's all you would need. Set it up to go over your porch. Put a plant on one side, facing east so that it would grow east or south, and watch it grow. Connect. Spend time with it. All of these fingers, I love these. These are the gourds. But I love these because if you spend enough time with them, if you talk to them and sing to them, these fingers that grab hold of all of the poles and each other and other plants, they'll hold you too. I spend a lot of time out here sometimes when lower bug population nights, but look at how they curl back on each other also. And one of the lessons that they teach is patience. You have to nurture and you have to be patient and give them time to connect. But when you do, it's the coolest connection in the whole world. There isn't anything else to compare it to. So I'm going to head in away from the bugs now. I'll leave you with a shot of the teepee that still stands proudly. And wish you all a safe and happy rest of your weekend. Bamapi.